was today's closing bell just moments ago. The leadership team, Charles Schwab, here to celebrate the inaugural National Investing Day, led here by Rick Wurster, right here on our desk, the president, CEO of Charles Schwab, to tell us more about this special day, National Investing Day, to educate and empower individual investors. This is a nice launch, and great to see you and the whole team there on the closing bell. So tell us a little bit about this day. Why now? Why is Charles Schwab doing this launch?
Well, National Investing Day is a special day for us. We created it this year. It's to signify that 50 years ago on May 1st, we began to democratize investing in our country. 50 years ago on May 1st, if you had $1 million to invest, it would cost you 1% of your assets to build a portfolio of stocks. But if you had $100,000, it would have cost you 10% of your portfolio to get invested. It was inaccessible to most Americans. And Chuck Schwab, when they deregulated commissions, took the opportunity to lower commissions and bring down barriers to investing. And for the last 50 years, that's been our focus.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing when they eliminate those commissions, make it more accessible. Chuck Schwab has always had the vision and the empowerment for folks. So when some folks are very lucky, they'll have a financial background, they'll have someone in the family who was a financial planner or a banker, but many do not. And many are navigating and may take some missteps or have misunderstanding or maybe even get something wrong. What would you say to those folks who are sort of going their way? They don't have the same background in finance.
That's what National Investing Day is all about. It's about encouraging people to have a conversation about investing, about saving, about beginning to learn how to invest. And on your network, Nicole, we have a lot of active traders who have been trading for a long time and have a lot of expertise. We'd love to see those folks have a conversation with their loved ones and the younger people in their lives and help them begin to think about investing.
Yeah.
And at Schwab, one of the things I love about what we do is we have a lot of training, a lot of education. We have this network, which I think builds confidence and empowers investors. Everything we do is about getting investors able to access markets. And National Investing Day hopefully is a day to remember to talk to your loved ones about investing.
There's so much to this day. I love that you're actually kicking this off because it's Charles Schwab kicking this off, but this really could become a national trend, a worldwide trend. So people focus on their financial literacy. They may take a moment to have a financial conversation with a family friend, their broker, their children, take an education course. There's so many here at Charles Schwab. And clients have been faced with some real volatility this year. How have you seen clients responding to volatility?
We've seen a wide range of responses across our 45 million client accounts. I've been out visiting our branches and our call centers that are seeing record levels of calls in, record digital logins. There's a few things that we see. Number one, for our longer term oriented investors, they remain engaged with markets, but committed to their plan. Then we have a group of more active traders, and there we see two different sets of behaviors. One, we see some clients buying the dip, and we've seen some of that. And then we've seen some clients taking some risk off the table. And net, when we look across all of our clients, we've seen margin come down at the firm among our clients, and we've seen some net equity selling. So on balance, when you look across all 45 million of our client accounts, there's a little bit risk off mentality amongst our clients.
Sure, I mean, people have to manage risk in the times of volatility. I love that we get our stacks report every month. We have all kinds of surveys, but we get this proprietary data. We can see what some of the trends are, how people are feeling. And also, 2025 may be similar or different to past years of volatility and prior market turndowns. I mean, we've been clawing our way back, but are you comparing this year to prior market downturns?
I think it's comparable in the sense that it causes some unease among our clients. So from our standpoint, we are focused on how do we help our clients get to where they need to be in their financial life. And in periods like this, we do see common behaviors, which is a little bit of nervousness and a desire to talk to someone. And it's where the power of what we do at Schwab really stands out, because we're not just an app, we're so much more. We have people on the phones ready to talk to people. We have our financial consultants in branches here in Manhattan all the way up and down the city, ready to talk to clients. And that ability to help our clients get to where they need to be and navigate a period like this and have someone to talk to, we think is really distinctive, helps us stand out for clients.
And a lot of folks, I saw the Schwab Modern Wealth Survey, and within that there were a lot of interesting statistics and findings, and a lot of folks just don't feel confident just yet for their investing know-how. Maybe they bought a stock, maybe they did something, but this is their chance to, really get involved, right?
Absolutely. That's what this day is about, is getting more people involved. 80% of people graduate from high school without having taken a personal finance class. So many people don't grow up or have access to investing. And what National Investing Day is about recognizing that and trying to create a conversation about getting invested, staying invested, having the confidence to make that step to own a stock.
It's very inspiring. And it'll be through all market cycles too, because sometimes you'll have ups and downs, but over the long term, if you stay invested, compounded dollar adds up. Let's get to some of the other topics. I mean, we just recently saw you speaking about the Schwab's earnings report, the last earnings report, a great quarter, your first here now this new year in your CEO role. You've been at Schwab for many years. And how are you feeling in this new role and the last quarter?
Most importantly, in the first quarter, I think we did a nice job taking care of clients. Our client satisfaction scores remain quite high. We actually saw our client satisfaction among our Ameritrade clients, which probably makes up many of the listeners on this today. We saw those rise significantly, which is great. So the further we get away from the integration, the more we're seeing client satisfaction grow. And that's encouraging to us.
Yeah.
In terms of our results as a company, we had great growth, $138 billion of net new assets into the firm in the first quarter. We had a record quarter in terms of revenue and our highest first quarter earnings ever. So we had strong financial results, but that stems from the most important part of our first quarter, which was being there to serve clients and to try to make a difference in their financial life.
And that's always been the Schwab way, is to put these clients first so that they feel recognized and educated and empowered. So that's a great quarter, and you certainly noticed a lot of the standouts and showed us that. How about just what it feels like here in this new CEO role? I'm sure you're learning and growing and enjoying here. Walt Bettinger was here with you when we announced that this change would be happening. Tell me a little bit about your new CEO role. I mean, there must be some priorities that you have.
Yeah, well, it's such an honor to be in this role. For 49 of the 50 years that we've been a company, our CEO has either been Chuck Schwab or Walt Bettinger. So to be able to follow those two into such a storied company that where we do, as you said, we really do put the client first and try to focus on how we can make a difference. It's a real honor to be in this position to carry on the tradition of seeing through clients' eyes. And I couldn't be more excited about all the opportunities in front of us to serve our wonderful clients, to help them in their financial journey.
Yeah, and look, things are ever changing. I mean, when Chuck Schwab was running this, we weren't talking about AI, right? And how that could be part of investing or part of companies or part of, how a company may do something, or our battles with other countries in the AI space. But investing and trading in AI, is that all correlated? And what are you seeing when it comes to that?
AI, I think, will be powerful in our industry. The first way, we're already using AI to empower our client-facing professionals, so that when a client calls, they can get information more quickly at their fingertips to answer the client question.
Yeah.
And there'll be lots of ways as we go through time to leverage AI, including having an AI-like financial consultant that can reach out to all of our clients and add insights into their portfolio in terms of risks that they face, opportunities they may have, tax loss harvesting opportunities. I think AI will really empower our clients to see opportunities they might not otherwise have seen.
I love hearing about the engagement of the clients that you've been speaking of. I love hearing about the customer satisfaction after the integration, which you did so methodically and carefully. And now the big announcement of National Investor Day, which I will say, Rick, I'll go out on a limb and say this could grow out into a movement. I think others in the industry will join in as everybody wants to know more every step of their financial journey from beginning to end. Financial literacy and having more understanding each time. Have your conversation, right? A final thought?
I totally agree, and that's what inspires us about this day. We don't want this to just be a Schwab Day about National Investing Day. We want this to be a day where all investment firms get excited about creating more conversation around financial services and how to get invested. The more people invest, the better.
All right, get your questions in, folks. Have your conversations. Rick Wurster, congratulations on your new CEO role. Earnings, the National Investor Day. We'll be having many more conversations in the future, but it's great to have you here live at the New York Stock Exchange and the team ringing the bell today. Rick Wurster, the president and CEO of Charles Schwab. Thank you for being here.